Hey y'all, I just want to do a real quick update video. It's officially been like a week and a half of school because I've already had 2 lab sessions. So, yeah, over a week of school. So, I just want to do a little update. Just to preface, if you don't want to watch my previous videos, I am entering college again after 6 years of not being MIA. I went to cosmetology school, but pretty much not learning in a classroom. And then going back into it at 24. Um, it's been interesting. I pretty much feel like I'm playing catch up, like almost like how you feel after like summer break when you're in school, except my summer break was 6 years long. um, so it's like most of the terms, like especially in biology, I remember them, but like I don't. So I almost feel like I'm totally freaking out of my league, but that's okay. Um, I mean, there's been highs and lows. I'm doing pretty well in my psychology and communications class. I definitely wouldn't say they're easy, but I would say they come more easily to me. I mean, I've always really liked English and psych and that sort of thing. This is a couple of my favorite classes. And I've always liked science, but it's never come easily to me. So why not pursue a science degree? Yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say, like, what am I freaking getting myself into? About like 10 times this past week or so since school really began. I've already had my first. I'm to preface. I'm in a biology course that's accelerated. That's only 8 weeks long, I believe. Yeah, it's only 2 months, maybe 2.5 months. It's quick. It's not even the full semester, and so it goes from like a 5 chapter test to a 10 chapter midterm. So the first 10 chapters in the midterm, then another 5 more chapters. So like chapters 10 through 15, and then the final on the last 10 chapters. So it's intense. It is a lot of material. Unless you have a photographic memory, I don't recommend doing an accelerated biology course. Maybe not, especially for the first science class you take in 6 years. So, yeah, next time. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it just worked out for my schedule this way. That it's better that I don't have to be in lecture twice a week and then lab once a week. But I think my next science class I'm taking is A&P 1, and I am not going to try to do a hybrid, even though it's going to require more time, more effort, more babysitting, probably more everything. It's I can only think it would be better than this because this is like it's just so fast paced. Like 5 chapters, 5 large chapters. I think I counted it was like 140 pages of like page to page material, no pictures. So, and there were like, I want to say like over 40 concepts I had to learn, like full, like photosynthesis, everything you need to know about photosynthesis. That's one concept. So it's intense. It requires time and effort. I also am going through a lot of changes right now. I don't know if I'll mention those, but life has been pretty crazy around here, pretty hectic. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it'll have to be like a personal vlog kind of thing because that it doesn't really have much to do with school, but your whole life is affected by school and vice versa. So anyway, ramble, ramble, ramble. It's been crazy. I'm doing, like I said, really well in my other courses, except for the science class. But that's okay because I've cried about it. And I'm over it, and I just feel like I know how to study better next time. Like, I just feel like the way I studied for this test was not effective. And I also found this really good website, and I'll link it below, that I think is even recommended through my school, but I found it little too late. Like I found it like a couple days before the test and it just wasn't enough. So this time, even today, like I was studying the new chapters, I'm going to start like reading one concept, reviewing over the concept visually on the site, and the site is khanacademy.com. KHAN Academy, and I'll link it below. And it's great. It has more than science and biology, but that's all I'm looking at it for. Maybe I'll look on it for psychology or anything like that. But for biology, when you step into it, at least my biology course is just a prerequisite for all biology courses I have to take at my school. So it delves right into like atoms and mitosis and meiosis and photosynthesis and organelles and all these things that are really hard to like picture in your brain. And this guy, Sal Khan, who does it, he is just an excellent explainer of concepts and draws them out for you and then explains them further. And I really like that he uses, I wouldn't say metaphors, but like really good examples of like the cell is like whatever. A cell is like a machine. These are all the parts. This machine does this. And so it's really nice to have somebody. It's definitely not science for dummies, but that's how I feel right now. So having someone explain it to me, almost like a child, is so, so nice without being patronizing. So I'll link that down below. There's also tutoring and things like that, but like I said, like I just didn't know how to study all this content effectively, and I feel like I have a better handle of that now. You know, you make mistakes, and it's like, especially I think at 24, like I realize this is going to be a long journey. Like I understand it's not going to be totally simple. I don't live in the dorms. I don't live with my parents. Even 18-year-old students who don't live with their parents and live on their own and do it, which is way, way hard. Yeah, I've learned. So far, a week and a half into school as an adult, again, I've made mistakes. I've learned a lot, like a lot. My other online classes are great. I probably will never do another hybrid science class again, at least not accelerated, I would say, but probably the next one I take won't be hybrid, just because there is so much content. Like, I have to know this, so, especially this foundational class. Anyway, yeah, it's good, y'all. I mean, you make it through it. If you want this bad enough, and it doesn't have to be nursing, it could be anything. It could be early childhood development, it could be a psychology degree, it could be whatever you want to be. You'll make it. I mean, if you want it badly enough, retake the class. Like, it'll be fine. I definitely feel myself now, like, I definitely have my anxiety moments, but I am much more realistic this time around of, like, do what I have to do, take what I have to take. I study every night. Like, I, like, hang out with my daughter, make dinner, and then I hole myself away in a different room and study. And then I go to work, and when the kids go down for nap, I study. And so it's hard, and I did all that, and I still didn't do well on my tests. So it feels defeating, but like find, if there's anything I've learned from this, communicate with your classmates, especially if it's something that like you need help for. I asked in my classes who had taken it and what it was like, and that was helpful. Not helpful enough to make me get a good grade, but it was helpful. So talk to your classmates. Even in my online classes, you can email them through the online class, and that's been super cool and helpful, and really helpful on some of these assignments I have in my communications and psychology class. But yeah, find out what works for you and dedicate yourself to doing it. You can do this. Like, it's people do crazy stuff all the time. People do much more rigorous things than going to college, even though going to college is very rigorous. People go down in mines and mine for coal. Like, there are harder things you can do, and you can do this. If you set your mind to it, you can do it. So anyway, I just noticed that I had subscribers. Oh my gosh, which is totally cool. I have like double digits. I think that's totally awesome. So I'm so thankful to all 13 of you who want to listen to me talk. Sorry, my computer faded for a minute. And I am so excited to hear from you. Drop me a comment if you subscribed or you just watched this video. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Comment below if you want me to talk about a certain thing. Maybe if you want to talk about specifics of college and motherhood, which I'm still figuring out. I don't know how much advice I can give you. Anything else you want to talk about? You just let me know. Comment down below. I really have loved hearing from some of you about your experiences and like where you're coming from and how we relate and things like that. So thank you so much. I hope y'all are having a great night, and I hope you enjoyed my makeup-less hair in a ponytail self. Thank you so much. Bye.